Hello again, guys. All right. So where we last stopped within the last video, we were doing the registration form for the client or for adding the client into the system. So now, in this video, we're going to be doing some validations. Now, I'm not going to do it the same way we did when we did the login form, where there will be a div at the top showing all of the errors. So how I'm going to do it within this one is it, whichever field that's required, and if it doesn't meet the necessary what you call it requirements, um, the the border of the form field will change from a gray to from gray and then to red, and then the error is going to display right below it. So that's how I'm going to do it within this with this particular form. So with that being said, the first thing I need to do is here within the web config file, the web.php file, I'm gonna add another what you call it route. So I'm gonna say get add client. Then I'll say routes post. And so this time instead of saying get client, I'm just gonna say add client. So all right, and then it's gonna post to the same route. So what I'll do here is paste that there. Then I'm gonna copy this. Then instead of get client or get add client, I'm just gonna say add client. Okay, so now within the admin controller right below that, I'll just add another method over there. So okay, then we need our request. We need to create an instance of our request over there. And then this is gonna take quite a lot. So what I'll do, I'm gonna show you firstly what I need to do. So I'm gonna say um, validate. What am I doing? And then we need to add the array. So the first field I'm gonna get is the first name. So I'm gonna say first name, and I'm gonna add an array here, which I'm gonna say required. Minimum length of characters would be, let's say, 3. And then what else? uh, I think that should be fine. Don't need anything else. So what I'll do now is I'm going to copy that named route of ours over there, come to the add client form, and then I'm going to add that there. So I'm say route, right? Then I need to add the method as well. So it's going to be post. Okay, so um basically here within our admin controller, we are saying we require the first name, right? And then these are the requirements. Minimum characters must be 3, and that's all. So what I'll do, because this is a long form, I don't want to let you guys sit and watch me add all of the errors over there. And so what I'll do is I'll show you what I'm going to do for all of the fields using this particular first name field. So the first thing I'll do is below it, I'll say small. I'm going to give it a class. I'm going to say text danger. That's a bootstrap class, by the way. It's going to give it a reddish color. So then I'm gonna add that there and say errors, and then I'll say first. Then I have to give it that name over there, first name. All right, and then here within the class, I'm gonna do the same thing we did with the login form. So I'm gonna say errors has um, first name. If the errors have that first name field, then we assign it a class of is invalid, which is a bootstrap class that's gonna give it a reddish border. Otherwise, it's gonna do nothing, right? And then the other thing is the value. I'm gonna say old, and then I'll say first name, right? So let's just recap quickly. What I'm doing is I'm checking for errors. Oh, by the way, when we were doing the login form, I don't know if I did explain any of this, but this errors value, this errors, what you call it, variable over here, and is a global helper. We are getting this because when we use this validate method over here, it assigns errors to that particular, what you call it, method over there. So just remember this controller is extending the base controller, which is this one over here, of which gives us access to various kinds of methods and functions, etc. So in case if I didn't explain it within that, so that's where this we can access this errors variable globally within our PHP pages. So we are checking to see if the first name field has an error. If it does, it will display what the error is. And then if it does have the first name field, it's going to assign that is invalid class over there, which is a bootstrap class, which is going to change the border of the field to a red color. And then we also using that old function over there to retain whatever value was passed into the what you call it, into the first name field. So if I just show you now, I just want to refresh. Hopefully I did everything correctly. So if I click submit over there, oh, sorry about that. Again, if I didn't explain this as well, there are functions embedded here where we can access globally. Um, so the first one is the CSRF or CSF, or what you call it, field. So by default, Laravel has middleware, with middleware set up. If I would just show you quickly, which checks for this verification token, which is that one there. So it'll check, since it's extending the base middleware functionalities, it's gonna check and see if we do have a CSRF token field there. If it doesn't, it's gonna keep giving us this particular 419 page error. I'm gonna go back, just refresh again, and then if I click that, as you can see, there's our error over there, and then it also changed the border of the first name field. All right, so I'm gonna do this for all these other fields over here. I'm gonna pause the video while I do that, but I just wanted to explain that just so you know that that's what we will be doing for all of the fields. What you call it, all of the fields that we have assigned onto our form over here. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. I'll see you guys just after I'm done. All right, guys, I'm back. All right, so like I said before I pause the video, I've set up all the validations we need for all the fields. So I did the exact same thing we did with the first name, or with the first name field for the rest of them. So if you want to just go through them quickly, the only ones that are different are these ones over here. For example, the confirm password field. This is what you need to type in terms of if in terms of the validating against whether or not the password the user typed into the field, is it the same with the one in the confirm field. And then the rest is just stating that these other fields need to be a minimum of 3 characters or 10 characters, etc. And for the file, I also did a functionality here where it'll check whether or not the file that I'm attaching is it a PDF or not. So just so that I can show you, just gonna refresh. So just like the first name field, if we click here and all of the fields that are required are not satisfied, we will get the errors. I made these ones nullable. We don't necessarily need them, but if they do, maybe let's say decide to type in something, for example, like something like that, and I did that, it will show the errors for whatever is required for those fields. But if they are not filled in, it won't throw any errors because like I said, I've made them nullable. Um, as you can see there, um, one field is an email, the other one needs to be 10 characters if they typing in anything. So, but yeah, those are the validations. I did the exact same thing that I did with the email, only except that the others I required some extra validations. So I guess that's it for the validations. We won't be storing the user or the client yet within the database because we still need to create our migrations, or let me say our database tables and so forth. And I think we should be doing that within the next video. So I'll stop the video here, and then we'll continue with this particular section of the application in the next video. All right, guys. So that's it for this video. Again, guys, I appreciate all the support. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. So, and I'll see you guys within the next video. Cheers for now.